An exploration rig is in high demand and needs to be maintained, modified, re-equipped and recertified as soon as possible for another 5 years of searching for oil and gas. The recertifying process usually takes from 1 to 3 months and is more chaotic than peaceful. In fact, it's probably more busy than during the construction of a new rig, as equipment needs to be removed, sent to specialists for maintenance, returned and reinstalled, all in the right order of events, while hundreds of people work on site to get the rig shipshape. For a logistics company, this whole process is the most challenging we ever experience. To stay on top of it, we need to mobilize our resources, much like a military operation. We unite resources with our customers, allocating our best men and women to work side by side with the project execution team. When we know all there is to know about critical movements and get a clear picture of the sheer amount of logistics required, we engage the SR Group resources to execute all of the actions required for a finely orchestrated operation. Look at the scaffolding on this rig. We had to mobilize 80 huge lorries to deliver the steel alone. With proper planning, we knew that this lorry had to arrive at 11 o'clock this particular morning to offload an important piece of equipment. To us, a daily occurrence, but one of the many vital events in the maintenance puzzle. Imagine 60 such offloads to a quay, then lifting each one on board a ship in one day. Very busy, demanding extreme skills in maneuvering and lifting. To illustrate what it takes to load and unload larger cargoes, we sped up the scenes. Speed.com. Sea transportation is becoming the green alternative, and we use it wherever it's practical. Our own experts stay in touch on a daily basis with maritime brokers from all over the world, handling more and more goods by sea. Sea transportation and air freight are keys to us in order to control all aspects of our clients' needs. For every large-scale operation, we handle hundreds of individual transport contracts by road, sea and air. As many as 150,000 important pickup and deliveries per year. We're not talking parcels here, rather loads weighing in at several tons each. Our motto is always to say yes and welcoming to demanding customers who share our passion for sustainable business conduct. To us, that translates into recruiting and employing the best people in the logistics industry by understanding how to operate and fulfill the needs of our customers. We can pride ourselves in saying, we know the business. When we're recruiting the best people, we're looking for the kind of person who can outperform others in their field of expertise, not once, but repeatedly, day after day, challenge by challenge, and stay loyal to fellow employees in delivering top team services to our customers. Knowing the business also means understanding the nature of the goods we are handling, the gases, liquids and sheer value of what we transport. Our employees need to get trained not only in handling the goods themselves, but administrative personnel need to plan and direct our fleet in such a way that passengers on ferries and fellow road users can be safe. We constantly have to remind ourselves that we are in the most demanding logistics market. doing business with the most demanding of industries on the globe. Today, SR Group operates across the entire country, with logistics centres along the coasts of Norway. Wherever the oil industry establishes operation, we follow suit. This brings us to areas with spectacular scenery. Oftentimes, operating in these areas, remote as they might be, can be demanding during heavy winds or freezing temperatures, or a combination of other adverse conditions. With years of experience, we never forget about the consequences of sudden changes in the weather or road conditions. A nice day at sea level might be very challenging in mountain passes. Luckily, there is a well-developed safety culture in our industry. Competition doesn't come in the way of human behavior on the roads. Help, advice, early warning and friendliness are values of the logistics industry, which make it safer and more enjoyable to operate in this country. Our drivers feel privileged to be operating in such a fine country and in cities visited by tourists from all over the world. In Bergen, we have a specialized team handling fluids and gases. Through thorough training and preparations, we can operate safely even in a heavily populated area. We're the company to ask when heavy loads need to be transported. The planning teams must identify routes with a minimum of bridges and road limitations. It is almost self-contradictory that crossing a city centre is possible with heavy loads, whereas open roads are likely to have more obstacles like bridges, lighting installations and service stations which limit large convoys. Modern industries don't limit themselves to minimalist construction. On the contrary, we thrive because we're challenged by the heavier units and need for precision haulage. Although we are well rooted in the business culture of Norway, the fact remains that our highest growth rate is in international business. Our customers have taken us to 80 different countries, knowing that we will accept the challenges of their complex business wherever they take us. Our goal is to be as much hands-on abroad as we are at home. A good example of this philosophy is that in order to provide good service in South America, we have formed a joint venture with Nicomex in Brazil. On site, we replace a significant part of the logistics staff that our customers hired, using our skills to make things happen faster in a busy area for the oil business. Nothing could be more flattering to us than our customers saying they want the same services abroad as they've grown used to at home. What defines our corporate DNA? Is it the willingness to take on new challenges, or is there more to it? The deeper sense of willingness is preparation. To succeed, we must be prepared for the consequences of the challenges we undertake. On the surface, we look well prepared with clean and well-maintained vehicles, or to the trained eye for turning up with the best suited and specialized vehicles. But there is more to it. The experienced people in our traffic control rooms, saving costs by knowing where and when individual resources should be chosen, they maximize our efforts and balance out the load. Even deeper, behind the scenes, we develop business methodology and infrastructure, which enables us to handle and take care of goods. Our highly efficient terminals and storage facilities speak the language of supply chain management. Long-term investments in property and land enable us to turn around huge amounts of heavy equipment and maintain quick responses due to the closeness of important bases along the coast. While we mobilize for equipping a rig, we need the space and the resources to handle the volume of items needed. When we do our job right, our clients experience excellent timing and precision. What would you say if one of our largest clients gave us credit for not having caused them downtime in the last 15 years we've served them? If you run a specialized industry manufacturing large PVC tubing, then you need a logistics partner which can grow with you and cater for the current and future needs by investing in knowledge, equipment, and methodology. With this particular client, we've co-developed methods for controlling costs and to protect tubes in transport. We've come to depend on each other for growing our businesses. Hopefully, you are left with a lasting impression of a dynamic company which constantly seeks to strengthen its culture of collaboration and its unique spirit of wishing to handle exotic goods on behalf of the most demanding of clients belonging to the busiest industry on earth, which also happens to inhabit the toughest regions of the world. Let's wrap this up and get to know your business and discuss how we can improve on your logistics.